I had made a video this morning discussing the Elon drama, right? Which is ironic because I did point out that 3 of his baby's mothers are Canadian, yes. I actually have family that lives in Canada. Anyways, that's irrelevant. Well, I made a video that I was like, sometimes I'll make a video, sit on it, sleep, get up, and decide whether. The main points of it were society with its distasteful music and outdated teachings, or imbalanced, let's say imbalanced, promotes the idea that a woman's body is the only asset that she possesses, and it is a guarantee to get what you want from life, right? So I did a comparison, right, of the women's traits, and none of it has anything to do with looks, right? So in the headlines, they would make you believe, let's believe that the news is real, that these people are real, that this is a conjured drama, right? We're going to take it at face value. So we have this scorned lover who says she was forced to hide a pregnancy, right? First, you're never forced. You always have a choice. Yes. You chose to and agreed with the conditions, right? In exchange for, right? So let's take accountability there. I agreed to, and I chose to, right, accept these conditions, and now I'm upset with myself for accepting and agreeing to these conditions because I didn't realize how much of a toll it would take on my mental health, right? That is the proper way to look at this, right? I'm going to say that the average woman, right? Because women are usually run by their emotions, not logic. Unless you're a weirdo like me, right? They can find a balance, but logic rules at the end of the day, yes. So, uh, she's probably feeling isolated, right? She's probably feeling alone, right? Got all of this new responsibility and none of the perks that come with it, right? None of those cozy feelings, none of that family unit, none of that thing, those expectations that you conjured up in your mind of how you were going to accomplish A, B, and C. It didn't work out that way, right? Period. It can be like difficult, right? It's really difficult when you have attachments and expectations of other people, right? It is. She's probably a little hormonal, right? Let's be honest. If you just had a baby 5 months ago, very well, your body's still working out the whatevers, right? So on Valentine's Day, she does an interview or it's released and she's in lingerie looking like a businesswoman making chess moves. But the thing is that nothing about what you did is chess at all. It's not. No. Elon's first wife, Canadian author. What makes her special? Well, not only can she create children, but she has something that she created from the mind, right? She writes books. This comes from her mind. This is her very own thing. Grimes. She also can procreate, but before that, she was creative, right? She creates videos from the mind, music from her mind, very creative. It's her own, it's her very own unique thing. And then there is the Yale graduate, right? Um, Top exec with Neuralink and at the forefront of the AI industry, creating something with the mind, right? Innovation, bringing something creative into the world besides children, right? Uh, because anyone can do that, right? Any woman can lay with a man, any man can go lay with a woman, right? This is easy, this is primal, this is basic stuff, right? Now, the other one is known by a not so savory internet name by the activities she chose and the route that she took to find herself in the company of who everyone perceives as the politically powerful. Yes, it's a game as old as time. All right, it doesn't make you special. It makes you a pawn on the chessboard. It doesn't make you the one moving the pieces. It means that someone is moving you. What you didn't offer or what you don't have to offer is something creative of the mind. You literally grabbed on to something that someone else was doing, realized that this was popular, and you could find yourself in that space and used your body as the means to get there. And then you're upset whenever someone perceived as highly intellectual finds you unworthy of time and company outside of what's on offer, simply put. So I would highly encourage society to understand that, yes, while women can procreate, while they are beautiful, right? Well, creation is beautiful. Um, that is sort of innate, and it is already built in. So we should encourage uh, women to find their niche in the brain space. Yes. In the creative space, right? Like, with old native tribes, indigenous people tribes, like women were uh, spiritual teachers, right? They held the wisdom or just many different roles besides. Well, I talked about it or posted the articles with the Blackfoot tribe, right? How Westerners and Christian Westerners brought this idea that a woman was only as good as her sexual offerings, right? And you see what that has done, right? We can see the fallout of that in Miss St. Clair. Yes. When we pursue things in the wrong way and on the wrong foundations, uh, we may think that we're getting what we want, right? But only to realize after the chasing is done that you got the exact opposite of what you wanted because you didn't go about it in a proper way. You went about it in a very typical way, right? Or something that anyone can offer, right? Anyone can offer um, their bed, right? Anyone can do that. But what else? What sets you apart? What makes you special, right? Because on the very primal uh, base of the species and society, that's where most people function, and it's not producing anything good, right? It's not. Like, people wonder, so and so cheated on so and so. She's so beautiful, right? But there's a lot of beautiful people. Yeah. Right. It's like they teach these old, outdated whatevers, right? People get in relationships and wonder why, about, halfway into it, they're not interested or lose connection with their partner that they chose. And it's because they stop growing. They stop growing intellectually in the mind. So it's very important that we learn. You have to continually grow and care for the self first, yes. And then we can decide whether we want to share that with someone else, right? Because until you know yourself, your talents, what sets you apart, what makes you special and unique, right? Because everyone is born with something, whether they cultivate it or not, is the question. Most people are not taught to cultivate that. They are taught to play out someone else's script that has been laid in front of them, and they do it, and then they don't understand why at the end of it they are not happy, right? Because was that your dream or was it someone else's that they gave to you, right? Is that what you're good at? What do you cultivate in yourself? What talents do you have? What do you have to offer that isn't of the baser sexual kind, right? Because whether people know it or not, that's what they're looking for. And whether people know it or not, you are well enough for yourself if you explore yourself, yeah. And learn to love yourself on a deeper level, right? So society cultivates the wrong thing, puts the wrong thing in your face, and then people end up scorned and upset, right? All they do is sell sex and all this other mess, right? Sure, sure. It might get you into the right circles, it might whatever, right? But at the end of the day, are you happy? Are you fulfilled? Did you get what you really wanted, right? Does someone love you? Do you have that happy family that you were hoping for? I bet not. All right. I bet not.